Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm again back with React Part 2 tutorial. So if you remember, in the last video we just created a simple React app using Create React App. So today we'll be understanding the folder structure. We just obtained this React app. As you can see that we have this React app. We didn't write any code, but still we got a simple React app. So let's just understand the code structure. If you just to recall everything, we created a simple folder, and inside this folder we just created our React app. So you are free to go back to the tutorial 1, that is React tutorial part 1, and you will be able to understand everything. Okay, so let's just see the folder structure we obtained. So inside this React app, if you have followed all the steps correctly from the last video, you'll be able to see all these folders inside this my first React app. Okay, so let's just understand these folders correctly. First of all, we'll find some public folder, something called public folder. So here inside we have many things, but we will be concentrating on index.html. This is actually the main part. You can understand that this is a simple HTML file. Okay, and let's just make it simpler by deleting all these comments, or if it is too large for you, okay, let's just delete all the comments to make it simple. I mean, not confusing, because all these comments might confuse you. Okay, so the main thing we need to look here basically is this one. I recommend you do not change the content of this file for now. Okay, so because and remember, this is the main part that we are going to be focusing. Okay, and in this public folder you can safely delete other files except this index.html. So I'll be deleting favicon.ico, something like this. Okay, so let's delete logos, and let's delete this robot also. Let's keep this manifest. We can safely delete these. Okay, so inside these public folder, just to make sure you do not confuse, so I'm just keeping this index.html. Now come to the src folder. You will find lots of files here. So let's just simplify this folder by deleting app.css, then app.test.js, index.css, then logo.svg, this report wave vitals, setup tests. So we can safely delete these files. Just look at the folder structure. You can safely delete these files. Never delete app.js and index.js from src folder. So I'm just deleting these files just to make it simple, and so that you don't confuse. So right now your folder structure should be something like this. As you can see, inside the public folder you might have this index.html, and in src folder you should have app.js and index.js. Let's just open app.js and also index.js. Okay, let's just open app.js first. So in app.js, again you can see that we have this logo section. We don't need this because we already deleted it. App.css, we don't need this. Again, these section might look a little bit confusing, but let me just quickly delete this section, the header section, so that, okay, let's not delete it now. Let's just delete this image because we deleted the logo, and let's just delete this link. Okay, and okay, now I think it should look a bit okay. We can delete this paragraph also. Okay, now it should look a little bit okay, I think, for now. Okay, now let's go to index.js. Here in index.js we need this first to import statements. I'll discuss everything, but for now let's delete this one because we already deleted index.css from here, you remember. Let's delete this one also, report web vitals. Okay, now let's just keep everything. Okay, let's delete this section also. Okay, I think this is okay for now. So let me repeat once again, inside this public folder we have this index.html, which we are not going to be touching for now. Then in the src folder we have app.js and index.js. So you have to understand the folder structure for now, okay? Don't confuse, strictly follow the steps, you won't be in problem, okay? Now let's just open this one. If we just refresh it, we will see only learn React. From where is it coming? It's coming from here basically. And app.js, from this app.js we can understand that .js extension means this is a JavaScript file, right? But this entire syntax may seem to you a little bit different. So don't worry, this is basically a functional component. As I already mentioned, if you can remember that in the previous class we discussed that React is entirely based on components, and there are two types of components. One is class components, secondly functional components. So here basically it is a functional component. As you can see, this function keyword and name of the function starting with capital letter, and this functional component is returning something which may seem to you as an HTML code, right? But again you might get confused at class name. What is this class name? Okay, we learned in HTML that it is class, but here it is class name, so it's definitely not HTML code. This is what is JSX. So JSX is JavaScript XML. So in this functional component app we are returning JSX. Okay, let me tell you what JSX is if you are not familiar. JSX is JavaScript XML. Okay, here we can write some HTML code easily in React. We can include some expressions. I'll discuss everything line by line. Again, note that here the self-closing tags which are used in the HTML should be closed. What I mean is, suppose if I am writing break, so you can see that this break here, break tag is what? It's self-closing tag in HTML, but here we are closing it here itself. So in React you have to close all the self-closing tags of HTML. Suppose again if we say input. Now you can see input type equal to text. Again we are closing it here itself. It should not be open, it should be closed. Okay. Finally, here what I mean is class should be replaced with class name, because in JavaScript, if you remember, we have a class as a reserved keyword, right? Class component. So we cannot use class, we have to use class name. And instead of on click, we have to use it C as capital letter, and for to be used as HTML for, tab index to be used as like this only in camel cases. So these are all the minute things that I was all about to discuss, means I wanted to discuss. So let's just go to the practical session and understand each of them. Okay, so as you can see that here learn React has been reflected in our browser, right? Now see, we just gave some input here, we get some input, we got the input, right? So one thing I wanted to say you, let's just remove all these all this header section, and let's remove this BR also. Okay, and one thing to notice here is, here all the JSX elements that we are using should be wrapped by a parent element. Now here let's just remove this div part. Okay, and let's just bring it like this. Now you might see some, let's just wrap it inside h1. Okay, as you can see h1, let's say learn React. Okay, now you can see some red marks, that means we are doing something wrong. Okay, what is it wrong? Let's see. If you go to the problem, you will see that JSX expressions must have one parent element. That means we are using all these JSX expressions, but we don't have any parent element wrapped. So what is the solution? Let's just so we'll be using one div. and inside this div we will shift this code. Now you should see the red marks gone. Now you can see that we are facing no problems, right? So basically what we need to understand that JSX elements, JSX expressions should always be wrapped up under one parent element. Okay, so now you can see, we should see learn React and one input field. So this one learn React is inside an h1 element, so we got some bold text for learn React, and we got an input field. Now if I just remove this div, then also we shouldn't face any kind of problem. So basically this serves the same purpose, quite easy to write the code. We can use this syntax also. Again, okay, that's pretty much I wanted to discuss.